Hey guys, so today, trying something a little bit different here on the channel. We're going to be doing some digital art. One of my goals in the new year was to get better at digital painting and just painting in general, kind of getting outside of my comfort zone. And a lot of the stuff that we've done in the past, well actually all of the stuff that we've done in the past, is pixel art here on this channel. I want to branch out and broaden the horizons of this channel a little bit, just because I do a lot of things that aren't pixel art, and I think a lot of that can be helpful, or it could be at least interesting to people who are observing the channel. So we're doing something a little bit different today, doing some digital painting, and the things that we're going to be digitally painting are two enemies from the most recent Doom game, Doom Eternal. The Cacodemon comes from before then, but the Cacodemon is what we're painting first. I just wanted to start there because I thought it would be a nice starting point to kind of give myself something to build off of as I get my bearings with digital art again. And then eventually we're going to be painting the Doom Hunter from the most recent Doom game, Doom Eternal. I just thought those were going to be fun. I thought they would be interesting. They were intriguing to me, and the reason why we're painting them is because I recently played Doom Eternal. I thought it was fun. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was interesting. I thought the enemy designs were interesting, and it seemed like something that was kind of outside of the scope of what I normally would do, a little bit more metal, I guess you would say. Now, in saying that, this kind of stuff has like these gnarly bits and pieces and parts and one eyeball, and it's sharp and gritty, and I don't generally draw stuff that's kind of in that content range. So after playing this game, it kind of inspired me to draw those things. So I wanted to try that here, but I knew that I wanted to try it with digital painting just because it's something that I hadn't done in quite a while. I just wanted to see where I would land on that after spending some time doing pixel art. Speaking about doing pixel art, don't get the wrong idea. We're not done doing pixel art on this channel by any means. I just wanted to branch out and do some things that are a little bit more varied, and I guess my real goal with this is hopefully to inspire people that are doing pixel art to maybe try something outside of their comfort zone, or try to do some digital art, or also the people who are more into digital art to try the other way around, to try to do pixel art. Those things have a lot of deep connections because when you're doing pixel art, you're editing out the things that aren't necessarily important. I think that a lot of that's really relevant to just painting and drawing in general. I think a lot of the time, even myself in the past, get caught up on a lot of the really small details and let that kind of overwhelm the image. And I have been creating other stuff outside of the pixel artwork, but I wanted to create some videos that show how these things coexist, and also how they support each other, and how you can take your skills and apply them in different ways. Alright, so here we are. We're done with the first image. We knocked it out. I think it looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with it. I actually surprised myself a little bit in my return to digital art here, just at the level that it came out at, because I know that going into this initially, drawing digitally a while ago, I don't think that my skills were at this level, so I was a little surprised too. So now that we're done with this one, let's go ahead and move on to the Doom Hunter. Alright, so in starting this one, I think that one thing I didn't realize is I maybe bit off a little bit more than I can chew, or could have chewed at the time. But in starting off with this one, it was pretty easy, I think, at first to do the initial sketch. I think there was a lot of detail, and I generally like to draw a lot of details. I think that's what attracted me to the design to begin with. But as I got into the actual painting phase of this, that's when I realized that I was going to struggle at least a little bit. It was good that I did that Cacodemon drawing before I did this one to kind of figure things out, because I can guarantee that if I would have jumped into this one first, I would have gotten frustrated, gotten a little bit annoyed, and I probably wouldn't have finished it for a long time. But I knew that in the skills that I had practiced in that previous drawing, that it was possible for me to create something that maybe even impressed myself whenever I was creating a digital drawing, is that I knew I could make this something that I thought was cool, or I thought would be interesting in the end. And I must admit, I spent a lot of hours on this specific drawing, a lot more hours than I would have liked to spend on this specific drawing, but it did teach me a lot of things in the process of this, and I'm really happy with the end result that you guys will see a little bit later down the road here. A lot of small, minute pieces and parts kind of all packed in there, adjusting, tweaking, modifying things along the way, adding in these rim lightings, just looking at the reference images, trying to like make sense of what was happening all in this internal sections and bits. It kind of reminds me a lot of Bionicle from when you were a kid. The way that this guy is built looks like a Bionicle, in my opinion. The red one, the green one, his face, the robotic pieces and parts, how they're all put together. Another thing I haven't talked about outside of Bionicles, I haven't talked about Bionicles in a long time, is what software I'm actually using to draw this with. I am using ProCreate on an iPad. The iPad's an old iPad. I don't even know what year it is, so it's not anything super advanced. I just know it doesn't have all the same functions as ProCreate does now on the newer iPads. If you don't know what ProCreate is, it's kind of like Photoshop, but pared down just for drawing and painting, and it has some animation functions now with the newer versions, and I think that the app is only $10, which is not much for what you're able to accomplish with it. A lot cheaper than paying for Photoshop every month and buying a tablet on your computer and doing all those things. But we're getting to the end of the whole process on this drawing here, so let's just call this one finished for now and slide over to the finished drawings side by side. Alright, that's it. There they are. The beginning, Cacodemon, and then the end, Doom Hunter. Pretty happy with the result. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you enjoyed watching the process. If you guys liked the video, make sure to like it. If you like stuff like this, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching if you watched this long, and I'll see you next time. Bye.